1982, still second.
And fall to his death. A battle developed between the prisoners and police, but eventually the disturbance was controlled and the inmates returned to their cells. In South Africa, new racial violence has claimed the lives of at least 16 people over the past 5 days. The worst fighting occurred in Sakane, where migrant workers clashed with local blacks. And in the United States, 5 people have been arrested in South Florida after a huge seizure of drugs worth $1.5 billion. More than 2 tons of cocaine were found on a speedboat off Miami. Later, more cocaine and over a ton of marijuana were seized when 2 vans were stopped for minor traffic infringements. The Australian cricket team continues to impress in its match against English county side Somerset. At the end of the second day's play, Australia has an overall lead of 324 after scoring 6 for 282 in their second innings. The highlights of today's session were a fine bowling display by spinner Bob Holland and a superb century by Australian batsman Kepler Wessels. But Somerset's problems also include injury to former skipper Brian Rose, who's out with a broken arm.
It was billed as part 2 of both of them against the Australians, and for a few overs at least, England's wayward star was hogging the limelight yet again. Pulling Thompson for 4 off his first ball, then cutting the next delivery to the opposite boundary. But by the 3rd over, the script went dramatically wrong, and Phillips made a tidy stumping. It was good morning for the 38-year-old spinner. This was the first of 4 wickets. But from then on, Somerset collapsed in every sense. Brian Rose hit a brisk 81, then became the first physical victim of the Australian pace attack. McDermott fired in a dangerous lifter, and Rose went off to hospital with what turned out to be a broken wrist. The Australian openers once again found the going easy. Kepler Wessels hit an effortless century. Ironic, really, as Wessels himself was South African until cricket changed his nationality 2 years ago. On 156, he gave his first chance. And who should be under it but Ian Botham.
Next in the news, the latest on union tactics against Queensland's anti-strike laws. We'll be talking with ACTU organiser Ian Court in Melbourne after this break.
Film or tape? Why not the best aspect of both? Your standard or Super 8 movies transferred to a Kodak video cassette or yours at a minimum cost of $15 for 10 minutes. And now it's so easy to organise. Just take your movies to a Kodak dealer displaying the Videotrans sign. You'll find a one-stop shop for film and tape too. By all means, go on recording your moving moments permanently on film and then take the movies to a Kodak dealer for tape transfer by Videotran, the masters of imagery.
I'm going.
I'm not going to miss out.
And I'll be there. And me. We can't wait. I'll be checking it out.
And even I'm going.
We'll definitely be there.
Everyone's talking about our $2 million new and used car sell-a-thon. Every car at our north and south locations is priced to sell. We're clearing old model Bluebirds, Pulsars, commercials and used cars at bargain prices.
Big Bird said, "Gee, Granny, I love my teddy bird, and I'm so happy you came to visit me. A visit from Granny is the very best present of all." Now, bring Big Bird, Ernie, Cookie Monster, and all their friends right into your homes and your children's lives by enrolling in the new Sesame Street Book Club. These books contain all new adventures of the Sesame Street gang and are brought to you by the editors of Little Golden Books. They're only available by mail. We'll send you the first book, then every month new books. Examine them for 14 days, return them or keep them and pay $3.99 for each book plus postage and handling. Enroll now and receive free this beautiful pair of bookends. Even if you return the book, you keep the bookends as a gift. Here's how to enroll.
To order, phone Golden Press 427-883. That's 427-883.
The ACTU has been meeting in Melbourne this morning to plan the next step in their blockade campaign against Queensland. A short while ago, ACTU spokesman Ian Court spoke to our